Welcome to another episode of Good People Doing Good Things. I'm joined today by Kate Tapping of Write the World Notebooks. How are you, Kate? Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, Andy. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. You're a good person doing good things. So you're perfectly suitable for our show. And we want to have a little conversation today about your notebooks and how that all came about. So maybe we'll just start with, what's your story? How did Write the World
Absolutely.
come about? Yeah.
Well, Write the World Notebooks is, I would call it my passion project or my love project. I do it on the side as well as having a full-time job and a family. I got into it kind of a roundabout way a few years ago in my early 40s. I sort of had that existential angst of what am I doing for the world? How am I contributing? Which I think many people go through. And a friend recommended I read some Peter Singer, which if you haven't seen him, Peter Singer is a Melbourne ethicist who one of the things he talks about is effective altruism and how we can all do our part to make the world a better place by particularly tackling global poverty and giving money to effective charities that are helping the world's poorest people. And that really resonated with me. And he has this whole section on earn to give, which means that, you know, you can make as much money as you can and then give away as much money as you can. So that was something my family and I really got into a couple of years ago, and we committed to giving 5% of everything we make to effective charities. And so we did that for a couple of years. And then I had this idea prompted by my sister-in-law who gave me this gorgeous little notebook, and I was thinking, oh, that would make a really good charity idea. So I started Write the World Notebooks, and we design and produce notebooks and sell them online for $10 each, and the full $10 gets given to effective charities who are tackling global poverty, and that's via the Life You Can Save, which is the foundation set up by Peter Singer. They have about 25, I think, charities that they recommend who are really, really effective. And so, you know, it's a very unsentimental way of giving because it's all done on numbers. So you know that the money you donate is being used for projects that will really make a difference.
Yeah, wow. 100% is amazing. Like we have a project with in Other Good News, and we're selling our coffee beans, but we can't get anywhere near 100%. So I think that's amazing, and you're doing such a good thing. You said so you do this on the side. That you're like a corporate worker, did you say? You work in mining, I think you were telling me.
Well, I have worked in mining for the past
Sure.
20 years. I actually made a bit of an industry switch this year,
That's right. Yeah.
just in time for COVID. But corporate communications is my background, so that really came in handy with the notebooks. You know, obviously I'd worked with designers and printers, and they've helped me along the way. I've had to up my skills in social media. I didn't even have an Instagram account before I started the charity project. So I learned lots of new skills. And I guess selfishly, that's like a really a positive that's come out of this project is I've worked with so many people and met so many people and done things that I wouldn't have done otherwise if I hadn't started the project. And it's been like really heartwarming that when you tell people about this project, and I think especially because 100% of the money is donated to charity, the people who get it really get it and they just jump on board. So a couple of examples are like this is one of our notebooks. All our notebooks have names. So this one is called Pia. And the other thing I'll just quickly show you, all the notebooks have like a little blurb in them about that the money is given to charity and what it's all about. Okay. And in the back, details of what one $10 notebook can do. So, but this one is Pia is by a designer called Anna Blackman, who's one of my favorite artists. I just love her paintings. And I sent her an email and said, you know, this is what I'm doing. Would you be interested in donating a piece of artwork? And she wrote back like within a minute and said, yep, love it. I'll do it. So things like that. Another example is, this is a notebook. It's actually, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's a piece of graffiti stencil art, and it's done by an artist called Celine Yap, who I met a couple of years ago at a graffiti stencil workshop that I
Oh,
was attending. She's an amazing woman, and I contacted her and asked if she'd do a piece of artwork for us. This is the last white rhino minutes before it passed away. It's a famous photo. It's on a cover of National Geographic. I don't know if you've seen
oh.
it. So this one's called Last Breath,
Yeah,
and
right.
that's his keeper. So just and another example, I guess, is I needed some photos taken of the notebooks to put on our website and social media, and I put something on social media just saying, you know, can anyone help? And once again, this gorgeous lady, Leah Ladson, who's an award-winning photographer based in Bendigo, just said, yep, I'd love to help you. And so she's done that for free. So it is one of those, you know, you say good people doing good things, like it's just kind of brought all these good people together. It's been really lovely.
I love how when you start some of these things that you start meeting a lot of people who they just sort of come out of the woodwork. All the people who have got a bit of an urge to do. I don't know if it's our age group or what, but people start to have the urge to sort of do something good and give something back. And all of a sudden, the people that come out of the woodwork to want to work with you is incredible. So I know, like even with our little project, it's been pretty amazing. But I mean, you've got artwork, you've got product, you've got a lot of working parts in there, and to still be able to give so much back with each notebook, I think is pretty amazing. Can you tell us where does you mentioned that when you donate and buy a notebook, where does the money go to? Who can it help?
Right, so we give to charities that are recommended by the Life You Can Save. And if you're interested, you can hop onto their website and you can look at the different charities that they've vetted, and they've said these are the world's most effective charities. And then you can do things like put in how much you want to donate. So say you wanted to give $100 to Against Malaria Foundation, it would tell you exactly how many people you will help.
Yeah.
So for our notebooks, every quarter we give to a different one of those charities. So and we can say, you know, look, for one notebook, one $10 notebook can protect 6 people from malaria for 3 to 4 years, or one $10 notebook can provide safe drinking water to 5 community members for a whole year. So it's a really quantifiable sort of difference you can say you're making. And you know, it was really important to me when we started it that full, like it's just kind of clean and easy to say notebooks are $10, the full $10 goes to charity, but then to be also very transparent about how many notebooks were sold, where that money has gone. So that's all on our website as well, and I'll sort of update that on a weekly basis.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, no, I think it's good. I think it's good when you can see, when people understand exactly where it goes, because sometimes I think sometimes if you're not quite sure, you're less inclined to want to help. But when you're really sure, when you can see exactly where it's going, then I think it's, I love that. So how much money would you have raised with the notebooks since you started?
We've raised over $15,500.
Wow.
And that's all gone to the effective charities tackling global poverty. And then in January we did a little bit of fundraising for the bushfires appeal, and we raised an extra $1,700 for those, which was great.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's really good. So if someone wanted to purchase one of these notebooks, where should they go?
We've got a website online, writetheworldnotebooks.org. So we've got all our designs up there, and it's just an online shopping cart where you can add as many notebooks as you want to your cart and get them delivered out to you.
And do you deliver to everywhere? Like where?
Absolutely everywhere. We deliver to 220 countries. Obviously postage in Australia is cheaper than overseas, but yeah, we've had orders from England and America and Vanuatu and all sorts of fabulous places. Yeah, so it's great, and it's really, really nice to think of our notebooks overseas.
Yeah, it's great. Well, you've got a few designs. I was on there before, and you've got quite a few different designs. We saw a couple today, the rhino and the other one there. I also saw, actually, you're working with a musician. is that one of your artists, an artist and musician there who's
Oh,
contributing?
that's Celine who did the graffiti stencil. Yeah, she's a
Yep.
musician as well. She's a woman of many talents.
Yeah.
But we've got all sorts of designs, like plants, lots of plant ones, animals.
Yep.
But this one is a craft paper for those who don't like flowers and sparkles and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
The one thing that's the same in all the notebooks is they all do have that explanation of what the notebooks are about and what the $10 notebook provides to those people in need.
That's really good. And so they're just like a plain, you can use them for anything, notebook, they're not
Yep. Most of them are lined. We've got a couple of designs that are just blank pages, which was based on feedback we had from mums who were saying, oh, we love having them in our handbags and pull them out at a cafe, but it'd be great for the kids if we had some blank ones. So we've got a couple of designs that are blank as well.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So we mentioned the website where we can get them. And also just remember that every purchase, every dollar that you spend on one of these notebooks, you get a notebook, and every dollar goes to someone in need via one of the charities, which that's just incredible. I'm still amazed by that. So
Thank you.
everyone check out Write the World Notebooks. I'll make sure I share the links. Of course, what about socials? Well, can we see you on social media?
Yep. So we're on Instagram and Facebook, both Write the World Notebooks. If you could put the links up, that'd be fabulous.
Yeah.
And it's actually a really important point because 100% of the money that we raise goes to charity. We have no marketing budget. So we are relying on word of mouth, and it's fabulous that you reached out to us, and this is great. But any help that anyone can give us, spreading the word, sharing our posts on social media is always appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. Help out where we can. Well, that's great. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. Like I say, I'll share all the links so that people know where to find you and get one of the notebooks. And of course, if you think someone else might like a notebook, make sure you help out a good cause and get yourself one. They look great. All right.
Andy.
Well, thanks so much for joining us today. And we'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.